Bro, why is everybody and their brother's cousin here? That's his I6. I can't do anything to that. GG. For a second, I don't know why I thought that was a super Hellcat. But yes. Oh, yeah, he'll never pen me. One taps me. It's worse than a T-72's reverse gear, dude. It's literally like you don't have a reverse gear. Hello there, I'm Chicken Farmer. Welcome to my channel. Today's video will be about one of the least known tech tree versions of the Panther, not to be mistaken with his brother, the Panther 2. The Panther F is the same Panther that we all know and love, although it has a different turret and a different gun. The turret on this bad boy is a little bit thicker than what we've seen before, and has a completely different gun mantlet. The original intention of this design was to negate the shot trap that was on all the other Panthers, and it does a pretty good job of doing that, although the tanks that you do end up seeing won't have too much of an issue going through your turret, just like every other Panther. This one's just a little bit harder to get through. The maneuverability of this version also is a little bit hampered compared to its predecessors. Now, if you're any sort of familiar with the family of Panthers, you'll realize that it inherits one of its major downsides, which is the reverse speed. The fact that you can only go backwards 3 to 4 kilometers an hour is just absolutely pitiful. The gun and the ammo have great pen and do have some filler. It's not a ton, so it will probably require at least 2 shots with most enemies, although you'll have your occasional one tap. This gun just feels great. One of the other big improvements with the Panther F is its rangefinder. It can actually rangefind out to about 2200 meters. Its turret rotation is quite sluggish as well. Obviously, when it comes to armor, this thing can weather some shells, especially from lower tiered opponents. And with it having a decently armored hull, obviously it being a Panther, and its improved turret, with it having an effective thickness of around 130 millimeters flat on from the front, if you angle this bad boy a little bit, it does then expose the weaker sides of the turret, which have very, very low effective armor. It does have a smaller cupola compared to some of its brothers, which will make that a little harder to hit, although it's still decently sized. If you're wondering where to find this thing, it's at 6.0 in the German tech tree. It has its own little subtree under the Panther A that you actually have to go a little bit out of your way to find. I feel like most people might skip over this and not realize it exists, just like I did when I was originally grinding this section of the tech tree. But yeah, that's enough talking about this thing. Let's get to some gameplay. But first, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps out a ton, and yeah, let's get to that gameplay. I do up tier this thing a little bit to 6.3 because I feel like the German 6.0 loadout really isn't worth it for me. At least with the vehicles I have. I will say, though, German 6.3 is just an absolute blast. I'm just going to trust this Tiger 2 to shoot whatever. Oh, boy. Is that an Ontos? It is an Ontos. That's scary. I'm going to get clapped up right here. Yep. I can't see. Okay. That thing is ridiculous. Same guy killed me again. Well, I guess that's it for this match. This didn't really go all that well. I hear something this way. Oh yeah, I do. Was that not his track game? Bro, what, did I not shoot his track? Hello? Gaijin? Gaijin Entertainment, what is that? Look at those guys near B. What are they doing? Like, they're trying to spawn camp off the rip. Like, they're like soft spawn camping off the rip. They've let a tank destroyer through. Like, they just let him waltz through B. What is that? Why did you stop pressing W? He waited for me to pass? What a bitch. You're literally in an IS-6. You're supposed to be able to take all the damage, but yet you let a little, in this matchmaking, lightly armored medium tank go and take the hits for you. What's that about? That's kind of weird how that first shell interacted with his armor. I chose the wrong time to drive it. Oh my, I forgot reverse gear. He's gonna reload. Oh. Ow. Bro, why is everybody and their brother's cousin here? Oh my god. You know what? You know what? We're breaking up the Sturm Tiger. Bye-bye. Never mind. Yeah, the more I play this thing, actually, since I've really been recording for this video and like playing it recently, this tank is just like, I don't know. I don't vibe with it as much as I did when I first got it. I'm not really having a bad day today, so I don't think that really has much of an effect on it. It's just not, it's so underwhelming. Everything about it. There's nothing really that stands out. It's just there's so many downsides to this thing. It's mobility. It's like just its overall mobility. Like its top speed is all right. Its acceleration is very mediocre. Its reverse gear is truly abysmal. You basically, it's worse than a T-72's reverse gear, dude. Like it is so incredibly bad. It's literally like you don't have a reverse gear. Like there is no reverse gear on this thing. It only has a coax. Like its gun is all right. Like truly, that's the only thing that makes this tank all right is its gun. Now, yes, I do up tier it all the time, but like even in down tier matches, this thing just doesn't have anything that really stands out as this thing is amazing. It's just got an all right gun. That's about it. There's truly nothing else that really redeems this thing. Yeah, it can take a few shells here and there, but really it's not something you can even remotely rely on. That's his I6. I can't do anything to that. GG. It's nice knowing you. Yep. For a second, I don't know why I thought that was a Super Hellcat. So fun fact, the reason why I decided to make a German 6.3 loadout is because of the battle pass that there was the elephant. The, what is it, Ferdinand or whatever it's actually called. And I was like, oh, cool, I can actually like use a Tiger 2 for that. So I grinded it up. And I think originally I actually grinded through the German tech tree to get to the ME262, like to be able to use the ME262. Because I don't know why, I just love that plane, just it being the first like jet fighter just ever exist. I don't know, it's just, I think the ME262 is a cool plane. So I bought the squad one and grinded up the German tech tree to get it, or I think I bought my way up when I was working a lot and had money laying around for it. But yeah, so I got the German 6.7 loadout on my way, and I was like, oh cool, it just works out perfectly with the battle pass and getting the elephant and whatnot. And oh cool, I get the Tiger 2, awesome. And then I realized that that was an absolute waste of my time, and I have a extreme distaste for the oh cool, I really want to get a Black Panther at some point too, man, all these rare vehicles. But yes, German 6.7 is not worth it. You can argue with me all day long. I don't think that it's worth it, because take the Ferdinand and take the Tiger 2 for example. They are both quote unquote German semi super heavies, right? Everything that you run against, by the way, mainly it's because of my constant up tiers, but the fact that everything you can pretty much run into is going to go through you like absolute butter is I'm stupid. Why did I unfocus the moment that he drove right where I'm aiming? Like, what? Why am I so stupid? But yes, everything you run against just negates what you have going for you at German 6.7, which is pretty much your armor. And the fact that everything at German 6.7, it feels like it is like so reliant on their armor, and the fact that the tanks that you run into just ignore that armor just negates the whole fact of playing them. It just does. So because of that, I am out of backups. Oh. Okay. I suppose we'll play the next best thing, the Panther. Also very annoying vehicle. Annoying vehicle to fight. But back to my story. Yes, I will. Yes, I know this is a Panther F video. Ignore it. It's for the story, right? It's the lore. You gotta get the chicken lore. Alright, so German 6.3, on the other hand, has also the Tiger II, but it's Tiger II Porsche. I get that. Which is a different vehicle altogether from the Tiger II-H. But it's a Tiger II, which is a cool vehicle, right? I think Tiger IIs are just awesome. And it's at 6.3, which... Oh, I actually hit that. Just guessing. I'm never going to pen him. I don't think he's ever going to pen me. But yes. Oh, yeah, he'll never pen me. One taps me. Oh, this is such a wonderful game. Please, let me just tell my story. Stop spawn camping and let me tell my story. All right, back to my story. This thing, the Tiger II... You know what? I'm spawning A again. I'm not going to let him kill me again. Whatever. So, this thing, this beautiful hunk of German steel, the up tiers that you get in this thing are much more bearable than the Tiger II-H. They just are. The tanks that you fight, yes, they could still pen you straight through just like the Tiger II-H, but the 6.3 up tier is so much more bearable than the 6.7 up tier. From my personal experience, it just is. Try it for yourself and let me know. I'm curious to see if it's just me or not. But I think that the 6.3 up tier is just actually not bad. It truly is just not bad. Whereas 6.7 is just not worth the up tier, especially for Germans. Now, that's completely different for, like, American 6.3 to American 6.7. I prefer American 6.7 over American 6.3. It's just based off the vehicles that are in the lineup. But that is originally why I made the German 6.3 loadout, and that's why I absolutely love the German 6.3 loadout. So, that's the story. Sorry that it was not while I was playing the Panther F. I'm sorry it doesn't really focus up on the Panther F, but it does have to do with the Panther F, so I thought, you know what? Story is worth telling because it's has to do with the Panther F. So yeah, that's the Panther F. It's a cool tank, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of a disappointment. If this thing had something that it could, like, redeem itself with, maybe better mobility would be nice. Yes, it's not the worst tank to ever exist. Its gun is very nice. I enjoy the gun a lot. It's just the rest of the tank just kind of lacks. I think mobility would make this thing a fun tank to play. Not that it's not fun now, it's just so hard to have fun in this thing. So yeah, that's the Panther F. It's worth a try. I don't know. You know what? I don't really think it's worth going out of your way to research it. Just continue on that tech tree. If you're like me, really like Panthers, this might be worth your time. I think it's an alright tank to play. I break it out every once in a while. So yeah, that's it. That's Panther F. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. And yeah, have a chill day.